I want to talk about temperament testing. I want to show you what I would consider is the wrong way to temperament test a dog for resource guarding and food aggression. This is actually how I used to do it at a shelter until, you live and you learn kind of a thing. So Andrew here may or may not have some problems with food. So I'm going to demonstrate how a traditional shelter using most modern temperament evaluations will go ahead and determine if a dog is food aggressive or not. So here we go. You see he's highly aroused. I would almost consider him agitated. So what they would do is just put the food down, let the dog get into the food, and then they would start back here. Now, okay. Okay, so you hear the growling and the freezing, okay? So here's the problem with traditional temperament tests. Most human beings at that point would stop, but what people do at a shelter is this. They push, and they push, and they push. Right? Push. Who in their right mind would still be going, right? Okay. So that's not what someone would do, correct? Someone would take this dog's warning and they would themselves retreat from their own flight response. So this dog has been poked and prodded at shelters over and over and over again. And what he's actually learned is that it takes more aggression to keep the calories to himself. This guy, he's not a jerk. He's not a rough dog. He's 7 months old. He was a stray. He's desperate for calories. He's not doing this just to, because he can, to be a jerk. Like I said, he's doing this because he really feels that he has to. So what I want to start doing, because I only did that right there to show you guys his behavior. Otherwise, I never would have done that because I know exactly what it's going to create. It's going to create more aggression. It's very staged. It's very obvious, I think, to the dog. So what I want to do, because I don't want this session to be a waste, and I don't want to lose trust with him, is I want to go ahead and start offering him. And it's not going to be easy, trust me. All he sees is this hand comes to take, this hand never comes to give. Okay? Giving. Right? He doesn't understand that concept at all. He thinks any human being in his personal experience is coming to take, not to give. He's in this state still. I'll get my hand back. These things are not made very well, to be totally honest, for considering what they're supposed to be evaluating. So besides this problem, this dude has no issues. He's super dog social. He's super people social, but no anything else. He's on guard because that's all that he knows. Instead of this presentation means give. So, and now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that this is all, going to be solved with, counter conditioning, right? This dog absolutely needs to be corrected for this behavior, but that's not the first thing I'm going to do. I'm not just going to come in, day one and give him a high-level correction and an e-collar for this. I'm going to give him structure, consistency, get him yielding to pressure, all kinds of things like that. Teach him that when I'm around like this and I come into his space, I'm here to present. Volunteers at shelters and a lot of board members, they're really against using this concept to test a dog. And I completely disagree with that. We have to keep ourselves. The difference is how you do it. Once the dog shows some guarding signs, stop. Because that's what any normal human being would do. They wouldn't fight fire with fire like that and get themselves shredded. So you're actually creating a way bigger situation than you would have had in the first place. I have him back tied so he can't get to me. I don't have that stick anymore, okay? I see his expression is much different. Sit, good boy, buddy. Sit, good job, good. Good, right? And again, I'm not saying there's not a time and a place for it. We have to do that initially, but pay attention to how much defense that creates. Nope, sit. Good boy. How much defense that creates in the dog, right there. Good boy. He doesn't see me coming at him with some long object. So again, it's not one thing or the other. It's not that the tool is terrible, okay? I would not just take my hand like this and start feeding some unknown dog that maybe showed resource guarding in his kennel or something. Sit. Good. Good boy. Good job. But this is virtually right after what we did. Nothing has changed. This is 3 seconds after what you just saw. Good boy. Sit. Wait, he's still overly aroused for the food, but to me his energy is completely freaking different because I'm not poking and prodding that stick in his face. Good boy. Good job. Good boy, buddy. We got some work to do, but you're a good boy.